Chef Hyun-wook arrives, pulls Yu-kyung close, and asks if she's responsible for the eggs and if she has anything to confess. Yu-kyung also admits that she received 10 million won from the egg vendor but insists she's innocent. Hyun-wook storms off, and Yu-kyung chases him, saying she has something to show. He takes her in his car, leaving the staff puzzled. Hyun-wook drives Yu-kyung to the marketplace to confront the egg vendor. Dragging her to the egg vendor, Hyun-wook confronts them both. Yu-kyung claims that she returned the money to Chef Toddy, who was supposed to give it back to the vendor, but the egg vendor denies it, leading to an argument. Hyun-wook sarcastically applauds their show. As Hyun-wook leaves, smashing a tray of eggs, Yu-kyung mentions how President Sol threatened about for making pickles. Both the egg vendor and Yu-kyung deny telling about this bribe to Sol. While Hyun-wook and Yu-kyung argue about her innocence as they head to his car, they're interrupted by friendly cucumber vendors who invite Yu-kyung for late-night ramen. She invites Hyun-wook, but he initially declines and leaves. Moments later, he returns, saying his car is missing with his bag inside, leaving him without money for a cab. Yu-kyung planned to hitch a ride with the vendors, so Hyun-wook reluctantly joins her for ramen. As they eat, Hyun-wook asks for kimchi, but the vendor's wife offers pickles made by Yu-kyung without sugar for the diabetic husband. Both are surprised by how tasty they are despite the lack of sugar. Later, they ride home on the vendor's truck. Hyun-wook scolds Yu-kyung for not accepting their offer to pay for a taxi, but she insists she won't take money from anyone for free, emphasizing her innocence. Hyun-wook and Yu-kyung return to the apartment and they bump into San and Se-young. San notices Yu-kyung shivering and asks if she's sick, while Hyun-wook walks away. Yu-kyung follows him. San comments on Hyun-wook keeping her out late and overworking her. San gives her the rental agreement with a condition to live with an existing employee. During the staff meeting, Team Korea teases Yu-kyung about the egg bribe. Suk-ho questions about her night with the chef. Ho-nam comments how money can make a cook's hands dirty. Sung-jae tries to sniff her hands, which smell like money, but Hyun-wook intervenes and stops him in a playful manner. Hyun-wook announces the Italian consul general's upcoming visit to the restaurant, emphasizing the need for everyone to be prepared. Suk-ho questions Yu-kyung's role in the kitchen, prompting Hyun-wook to turn to President Sol for clarification. Sol avoids the question and points out they're reducing sales. He announces his plans about the grade reports and sales rank starting tomorrow, leaving Hyun-wook visibly displeased. Se-young happily moves into the apartment, while San and his sister visit an art gallery. Kong scolds San for not helping Se-young and insists on lunch at La Sfera tomorrow. Back at La Sfera, Hyun-wook tries to contact Chef Toddy. Later, Yu-kyung sees Hyun-wook in the dining hall, who then joins her in the empty kitchen. He reminds her of the upcoming consul's visit and instructs her to ensure they have all the necessary ingredients. Yu-kyung confidently predicts that he will order vongol, explaining that he's never ordered the same pasta twice and there's only one dish he hasn't tried yet. Despite her explanation, Hyun-wook playfully confronts her in the kitchen, advising her to be prepared for any order. At that moment, the rest of the kitchen staff arrives, adding to the scene's awkwardness. Later that evening, the Italian consul arrives with Se-young. Hyun-wook welcomes them, although he's not thrilled to see Se-young. In the busy kitchen, the staff prepares orders, anticipating the consul's choice. When the order indeed turns out to be vongol, Hyun-wook insists that Yu-kyung prepares it, surprising both Team Italy and Team Korea. To add up the tension, Hyun-wook gives Yu-kyung his personal bottle of wine for the pasta sauce. The consul praises the authentic taste of the food and requests to meet both the head chef and the cook who prepared the vongol pasta. When Hyun-wook and Yu-kyung arrives, the consul compliments and gifts them an expensive Italian wine, Barolo, causing discomfort for Hyun-wook and Se-young. During a group photo, Se-young moves closer to Hyun-wook, who appears uneasy. Back in 2005, Hyun-wook and Se-young discuss their upcoming competition, where Hyun-wook plans to use ginseng in his pasta and use Barolo wine to balance its bitterness. During the competition, the judges reject Hyun-wook's ginseng pasta and crown Se-young as the winner. He realizes Se-young sabotaged him by tampering with his wine. Frustrated, he storms off as Se-young revels in her victory, expressing her constant struggle to outshine him. At present, Hyun-wook broods in his dark office, before announcing a mandatory dinner in the locker room. Tension simmers as the staff drinks burolo in the dining hall, while Eun-soo and Yoo-kyung prepares pork. Hyun-wook addresses the staff's discontent and asking for their trust in customer judgment. He promises to resign if this fails. After everyone leaves, Yoo-kyung apologizes for the trouble and offers a ride, but Hyun-wook declines. Yoo-kyung returns to find Se-young in her apartment and also surprised to learn that San is their landlord, a fact Se-young pretends not to know. Hyun-wook and San have a heated encounter in the garage, engaging in a contest of egos. Hyun-wook questions San's nosiness, annoyed by his intrusive comments. Meanwhile, at the restaurant, President Sol reviews performance reports. He then blames Yoo-kyung for pickle issues, which is a highlight in these reports. The scenes become chaotic as the fired female cooks confront Ho-nam about avoiding Mihee's calls, followed by the egg vendor resolving matters with Yoo-kyung and her father joining in. Amidst the shouting, President Sol confronts Hyun-wook about Yoo-kyung and the bribe. Hyun-wook cleverly handles the situation by pretending to talk to Chef Toddy on the phone, shocking Sol, who confesses his wrongdoing before the staffs and gets fired by Hyun-wook. Later, during the elevator, Hyun-wook advises Yoo-kyung to prepare pickles without sugar as if their customers were diabetic. Yoo-kyung agrees quietly. Hyun-wook felt disappointed at her passive response and reminds her of all he's done for her. To his surprise, she kisses him on the cheek impulsively, shocking them both. To know how Yoo-kyung's attraction to her charming chef who defended her cooks further. Stay tuned for the next episode recap. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more.